Alright, just a little bit of Alice Cooper's classic School's Out, because today was the last day of school in our school district.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Summer's officially started, so we figured we'd start with some Alice Cooper. Also a shout out to Sophie Cooper, who wanted us to do some Alice Cooper all the way back, like some of our first videos back on Ramsheim. She was one of the very first ChemSquad members, so partly for the fact that School's Out, partly for you, Sophie Cooper. School's Out by Alice Cooper. Alright, so coming back to the start. Welcome to Chemical Reactions. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Juliet.
And once again, we want to give a shout out. We already gave a shout out to Sophie Cooper. Shout out to the rest of the Chemsquad.
And the Circle of Death.
And the Circle of Death.
The newfound Circle of Death.
Yeah, so, you know, we expected it to be just Raoul and us. It looks like there's a few other people who want to be part of Circle of Death. So, if you're new to the channel, the Circle of Death is kind of the more black metal-ish side of our subscribers.
Oh yeah.
And the rest of the subscribers are the Chemsquad. So you know, whichever one you want to join, same thing to do. It's really just click the subscribe button and you're in, and then you can pick whichever one you want to be in.
Comment down below, let us know which group you're part of, the Chemsquad or the Circle of Death.
Yeah, whichever. All right, so today is Fun Friday, right? So we really liked the one we did last week on Friday, which was Tool Lateralis. It was such a great vibe, and then we had a few comments after. If you like the vibe, you should do some Pink Floyd. So we figured, what a great idea. It's been a while since I've listened to some Pink Floyd. Have you ever heard some Pink Floyd?
I don't think so.
All right, so it's going to be a good reminiscing reaction for me, and it's going to be a brand new reaction for Juliet. And today we figured we would do Comfortably Numb, which is definitely a classic. Some would say is the best Pink Floyd song ever. I think I would agree with those people. And we found a great live version for the Pulse show that I think was in London. But they made a great double disc out of it that I bought actually I think my sister bought it, but I listened to it. So that tells you that was a while back when I was still living at my parents' house. So yeah. So let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb.
First day of summer, definitely feeling the vibes right now.
Yeah, there you go. And as always, we'll put the link to the original video in the description below if you want to watch it for yourself. And let's go right in.
My headbanging hair is back.
There we go. All right, 48 seconds in, already have goosebumps. This has got to be the record for fastest goosebump ever.
Definitely very vibey. When was this show from?
1994. This was a
wow.
while back.
So how old is the band then?
They started in 1970.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
I think 19 or around there, maybe a bit earlier, but they're around the same era as Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, let's keep it going.
Oh, I've heard this.
Yeah.
At least the melody. Recognizable.
You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say.
Good Gilmore.
My hands
I
felt
can't
just
hear ya.
like two balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you will not understand. This is not how I am. I have become comfortably numb.
This is the kind of music you feel moving through your bones.
Yes, absolutely.
Have become comfortably numb. Okay, just a little bit afraid that we know more. But you may feel a little sick. Now can you stand up? I do believe it's working. Well, that'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in words. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. Your child is grown.
I couldn't bring myself to pause, especially doing that second super long and super awesome guitar solo. So on guitars, that's David Gilmour. So David Gilmour is the lead guitar, these awesome solos, this awesome technique.
I'm in such a different place right now. Like, I can't imagine what the energy must have been like actually being there in that space with all the effects too, like just right in front of you. Like, that must really, really be something else.
Yeah. So David Gilmour, right? I think is the king of feel on guitar, right? He's not his solos are not about being fast or being crazy technical, even though he is super technical. It's about kind of the emotion that comes across with every single note that he puts on that guitar. You know, that's really sending that emotion. And Pink Floyd is a band with a bit of a rough history, you know, in a way, right? I think I'm trying to pinpoint exactly the year when they started. It was late 60s, but under kind of a different lineup, right? Syd Barrett was the original kind of lead singer and lead guitarist, if I recall correctly. And then David Gilmour came later on as an additional member, and it kind of slowly pushed. I'm not necessarily saying it was him, but kind of the circumstances, and I think, you know, Syd's. I don't remember if he had any addiction issues or anything. I don't want to say anything. I don't know, but Syd kind of got pushed. I think he might have had mental health issue, but again, I'm not sure. And Syd kind of got pushed away and pushed out of Pink Floyd. Roger Waters and David Gilmour were really the two main leaders of the band. And then at some point they had a major riff, and they both went their separate ways. I was trying to see. I'm not 100% sure if I think Roger Waters was the one playing the keyboard. I know him, I think, as the bassist usually. So, but he's also the one usually certainly on the original, doing kind of the lower vocals, right? The relax.
Yeah.
That's Roger Waters' part, and then David Gilmour is kind of the soaring, higher vocals. Both are very effective, right? A nice contrast.
Yeah.
Of the two different sounds, right? That really complement each other.
Funny story. The day of my driver's exam, I did a lesson beforehand to kind of practice a little bit to make sure I had my parallel parking down and all that. And my driving instructor was telling me and this other girl who was there about this teacher or a professor that he had in college for like a some sort of music class, and how this teacher had worked at a like major record company and had been like pretty high up.
Yeah.
And he asked the class if they'd ever listened to Pink Floyd on acid, because it was a whole other experience.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it is, but even without the drugs, right? Even without the influence of anything, this is a crazy good experience. And honestly, I'd much rather do sober, personally. But that's what
my driving instructor was training to be a cop, so he thought it was kind of funny that
yeah,
the guy brought that up.
Oh man, what a great performance!
Yeah.
What a great performance of the song. Like you said, right? The energy on that stage in that arena.
Definitely some crazy vibes.
Yeah, wow.
I'm all about the vibes.
Yeah, that was crazy good. Should we do a bit of lyrics?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I feel like this is probably one of those songs that's not as much about the lyrics and more about the experience.
Definitely. I've never really paid attention to the lyrics, to be honest. I'm always completely zoned out of my mind with just the experience and the emotions. Okay, all right, so here we go. Yeah, so the first verse, right, that's Roger Waters' voice with the hello. Is there anybody in... I should stop singing. But is there anybody in there? Just not if you can't hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now, come on. I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain and get you on your feet again. Relax. I need some information first, just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts?
Now I feel like it's about drugs.
Yeah, it's kind of like first degree could be about a doctor trying to help his patient. I'm also getting that very powerful second degree of it's about drugs.
Because with Master of Puppets, I was like, oh, it's like Stockholm Syndrome, like a relationship, and nope, it's about drugs. So now I feel like this has got to be about drugs.
Yeah, well, maybe like I can ease your pain. So maybe it's about like opiates, right? Opium and all the drugs that are, obviously the big crisis right now worldwide around abuse. But yeah, so that may be where it's coming from. All right, then chorus with David Gilmour coming in. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you would not understand. This is how I am. This is not how I am. I've become comfortably numb. Yeah, okay, this is about drugs.
Yeah, well, maybe not about like the personification of drugs, but maybe like being on drugs.
It's definitely being on drugs. It's definitely about, right, there is no pain anymore, right? A distant ship, you're only coming through in waves.
My hands felt like two balloons.
Yeah. All right, this is definitely about having some kind of trip, right?
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of the experience the song gives you too, anyways.
Yeah. All right, second verse with Roger Waters back again. Okay. And now that whole echo, right? It's just coming. It's like okay. Like you're saying double and triple, and you're hearing words a few more times than you should. Just a little pinprick.
Ding.
There'll be no more but you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? Stand up. I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. Okay,
that sounds like a doctor, like, giving them something.
Yeah, like here's a little upper, a little downer, whatever you need to get you through the show. So that may be getting into a bit more of a personal experience.
Yeah.
Right? Either I think Roger Waters was the one writing most of the lyrics for Pink Floyd.
I guess the dark side about like performance and life on tour is even when you're not okay, you get injected with something by some doctor, and now you gotta go on stage.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson obviously was a famous case. Obviously he had a lot of inner demons.
Yeah.
To deal with, and but eventually it causes demise.
Some of the demons came from the outside too.
Yeah. There is no pain, you're receding, a distant ship. Alright, so it's the same chorus again.
Not quite. Because after your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying, it says, when I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown, the dream is gone, I've become comfortably numb.
Yeah, so maybe when you're going to that next dimension of being on drugs, don't do drugs, kid. Drugs, bad for you. But when you're getting that next dimension, right, it's like you're seeing maybe visions of yourself as a child, reliving kind of older memories, and then I guess it's fleeting, and you kind of come back to just being numb comfortably.
And then there's the guitar solo.
Yeah, man.
Which almost, I guess, this similarly to like Master of Puppets, how there's that musical interlude, which can almost sound like a high.
Yeah, that's what. So comfortably numb, right? I keep wondering every time I hear it. Do I want more vocals, or do I want more just music?
I feel like they kind of meld together pretty well.
Yeah, but like those soaring notes by David Gilmour are awesome good, right? I want more of them. But man, those guitar solos and the vibe, I want more of that too.
Yeah.
Like that song is what, like 10 minutes? I don't know, like probably 9 minutes of change. I could take double that easily, and I wouldn't get bored ever.
I guess you could just play it on repeat.
Yeah, that's such a great song. I think I did that for a while there. On Pulse, I had my few songs I really liked, like Time and Comfortably Numb, and a few of the others like Money and Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. There's so many great songs by Pink Floyd. They're such an awesome band. But man, this was good. Yeah. Should we do Metal Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Right. I think to me this is a I think this is a 100. I gotta say it. This is 100.
99.
All right.
I'm saving my 100.
All right. All right. So that's it. What's your Metal Tomatoes rating?
Let us know down below.
We'd love to hear
Or
from
your
you.
Prague metal rate.
Yeah.
Prague tomatoes.
I think we're gonna keep the brand Metal Tomatoes, even if
Yeah.
it's not quite metal.
We'll copyright it at some point.
Yeah. So we'd love to hear from you. A lot to talk about with this song, I think. And again, right, give us some suggestions. We really love to hear from you.
If you know the story behind this, let us know.
Yeah, and if you have anything you can correct on my interpretation of Pink Floyd's history, always love those comments as well. Always
We
welcome.
appreciate our little historians in the comment sections.
That's right. Yeah, we really love you guys. All right, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. We will see you in our next video.
Peace.